Hello again. More on constant rate infusions. We're going to go back to that multi-pet, but we're going to work with a different drug. Again, let's pick fentanyl because a lot of people like to use fentanyl. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to titrate. So if this is going to be a multi-pet bag, again, we're trying to think about what are we using it for, really. Maybe our surgical day has 4 pets. One of them is going to be a TPLO, and then we're going to move to the spay, and then we have 2 dentals after that. Every single one of those can benefit from fentanyl as a CRI running into them constantly. But I would rather not make 4 different fentanyl concentrations, especially when I only have one IV pump to use. I hope you wouldn't, but let's just make that scenario. I got one IV pump, I got one bag, I don't have time to make a whole bunch of different things. So I'm going to have one bag that's hanging that can be run at 1 ml per kg per hour. And that way it can run on literally anyone. All right, so let's try to think about that. Choose your bag or syringe size. Well, let's say I've got anything from the dog that needs a TPLO is an overweight Labrador, so a big dog, all the way down to the size of my cat that needs a dental and a Maltese that needs a dental. So I don't need the largest size. 1,000, no, I don't need that. Probably just need my standard 250 ml bag, LRS, saline, whatever you got. It all works. I think some purists will tell you that you can only ever use saline. I don't disagree with that, but I've also worked in plenty of places where I had LRS. So you make it work, right? Anyway, you got to choose bag. You're going to choose your rate, as we do. And in your formulary, you're going to find that fentanyl is usually between 3 and 20 mic per kg per hour. All right, perfect. So we're going to pick, again, that midline dose that kind of works for everyone. But this time, if you're in a day practice, and a lot of these patients, especially those first 2, aren't starting off with pain, the TPLO has some pain, but they've probably been managed with carprofen. The spay usually doesn't come in with pain. They'll be in pain afterwards, but pain is far more awful when you've been living with it chronically than when you've done it acutely through surgery, which has proper pain control, sedation, and amnesia all kind of rolled into a bundle. So instead of last time, like with the 7 mic, let's just try 5 mic. And you remember, we're going to do some math to figure out proportions so that I know if I titrate up or down, what is my actual dose I'm giving. So we got this. So your total volume in mils times that rate, because again, each one of the mils in this bag must also have 5 mic in it. Easiest way to do that is to multiply. So if we take 250 times 5, we are going to get 1,250 mic. That's what needs to be in that bag. And as you know, we can't give a mic volume, but I can give a mig or mil volume. So I'm going to take that mic, 1250, divided by the concentration of my fentanyl. And the concentration is always what reads on the bottle, 50 mic per mil. I haven't run into any other concentrations of fentanyl yet. It probably exists out there, but so far the standard bottle, injectable bottle, has always been 50 mic per mil. So that's what we're going to do. 1250 divided by 50 gets me 25. Okay, that works. I can do 25. So now the QS, we know this. We start with 250 mils already existing in a bag. If I start with 250, I've got to end with 250. So I make room in that bag for my fentanyl. I take out 50 mils of saline. I take out 50 mils of LRS, whatever it is. And then I'm going to add in my 50 mils of fentanyl. There we go. Now I'm still at 250. Haven't changed anything. My math will be correct. I will still be able to run this at 1 ml per kg per hour, which will be equivalent to 5 mic per kg per hour, because we've ultimately created a new concentration. And that new concentration can be run on anyone, because 5 mic per kg per hour is very safe for anyone experiencing any type of pain. You can certainly run it higher or lower than that. So now we do our proportions. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if that's how to spell that, but let's go with it. We're just pretending now. We got 5 is the same as 1. I'm going to start just getting real abbreviated here, because you've been through a bunch of these. You know where I'm going with it. So if I got 5 mic here, the same as 1 mil per each bag, then I need to figure out, well, if 5 mic isn't cutting it and I have to go higher, now I need to run it at 2 mil per kg per hour. What is that going to be? I need to know, because I can't go higher than 20. I need to be safe with these animals. So again, opposites are times, straight across is divided. 2 times 5 divided by 1 will get you 10. That makes sense, right? You're just doubling. But holy cow, look at that. 1 mil up to 2 mil per kg per hour just went from 5 to 10 mic. That's a pretty dang big jump. Well, that's okay, because there's lots of numbers in between 1 and 2, right? There's 1.1, there's 1.2, there's 1.3, there's 1.42, there's 1.56. Oh my gosh, it just goes on and on and on. So you're thinking, yeah, okay, fine, but I really need to know something smaller. What if I just want to know where 7 mic is? Okay, easy. We can do 7 mic. If 5 mic is here and you want to know where 7 mic is, not a problem. Same idea. Opposites are multiplied, straight across is divided. If we take 1 times 7 divided by 5, you get 1.4 mil per kg per hour. That's what you're going to run it at. 1.4 mil per kg per hour. And that will be the same as 7 mic per kg per hour. Make sense? Let's go the other way. I had 5 mic, but I was titrating him down. I was kind of in a mess, and I wasn't really doing the math, but now I have finally ended on 0.35 mil an hour. Seems to be keeping him happy. Okay, great. Had a little snafu trying to get my dog to be happy under, so I ended up on that. 0.35 mil per kg per hour. Got it. What does that mean for mics? Again, opposites are times, straight across is divided. 0.35 divided by 5. Oh, my bad. 0.35 times 5 divided by 1. That is 1.75 mic per kg per hour. That's where he's happy. Even though, I didn't write my mics properly. That seems to be below what a normal dose would be to handle pain. But again, this is a suggestion from the formulary. This is reality. If your pet is happy on 1.75 mic per kg per hour, then let it be. That is just fine. Let it be. All right? So I hope that helps.